Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. We're doing our Friday kit together, and I'm so excited because it's a really, really lovely kit. It's Memorable Meadows, and it coordinates really great with the Meandering Meadows, that is an online exclusive suite. And I'm going to show you just a few things that I have. Actually, you know what? I have some cards. But in the meantime, just we'll go over real quick. Let me grab them. I forgot about that. Okay. Sorry, I don't usually leave right away, but these are some of the cards. Oops, let's change this out. So these are some of the cards that I did during backstage and when I was hanging out with some new friends here in Minnesota. And I made these three beautiful cards using the Meandering Meadows Suite Collection. So you can see it's just really, really beautiful. And the paper is just to die for. And so that's what we're getting into with the kit. But in the meantime, this is the Garden Meadow bundle that goes in the Meandering Meadow Suite. And I'll show you some of the elements that I'm going to use on my scrapbook page because this is just a really adorable one. I didn't get into it this last fall when it came out in, I think it was November. But when it's spring, well, we have 4 inches of snow, so maybe we don't have spring yet. But this is a really great spring kit or bundle, and so we're going to play with that for my next class. So that comes up in March, or here in in April. And then this is the cardstock that comes in this Meandering Meadow, and it's just stunning. I mean, look at all these gorgeous, pages and just beautiful little meadows. And it looks like it was done with soft pastels, which is what I showed you on Monday. So it's just gorgeous. And I can't wait to dive into making some cards. I'm going to make those this weekend. So I'll be showing you some examples, and I will be featuring this bundle and suite collection on Monday for my Marvelous Monday as well. And then this, of course, is the really beautiful birds and dragonfly brass adhesives. And then there's this really pretty, it's called centered stripe ribbon, and it says it's got pecan pie, but it looks more like a crumb cake. It's just really a really light, sweet little ribbon. So those will be elements that are going to be part of my upcoming class. So hopefully that as soon as I post it, you will click on that and be interested. Okay, so here we go with the kit. Now I did sneak into this. I couldn't help myself, but when trying to do a scrapbook layout, it's really important that you at least know some of the elements that are part of this. So this is an anniversary set. So it actually came with 2 stamp sets. This is the typical stamp set that Stampin' Up! Provides in the paper pumpkin. And they provided an extra set, which is really cool because it's got daisies on it. It's so cute. And these sentiments are great. It's the little things that matter. Have a beautiful birthday. You've been on my mind. I love it when they do birthday. And then heartfelt thanks. So really great little sentiments. Another little daisy. And as a reminder, it coordinates with this, the Love of Spring dies, and it's this little leaf that coordinates. So we're going to use that in the scrapbook as well. Okay, so Garden Green is the stamp set that it comes with. And I have been into this so many times, this tissue paper is worthless now. So I'm going to throw it away. I put 2 holes in it. Well, at least I'll recycle it. Okay. So isn't this scrumptious? I am just in love with these colors. Oh my word. So here's the instructions. And as you can see, there's this great imagery. And then they gave us really great artwork so that we have, when I create packets for all my my kits with the stamp sets and my paper pumpkin kit, so that I know what I have, I can cut this apart and put this at the front of each one of my little packets. So this is called Memorable Meadows, and this is Daisies for You. And you can see that it's just great, great little sentiments, sweet little daisies. So I can't wait to play with that a little bit. And then, so here are the cards that we're going to be making today. And I may not make them just like this because the artwork on these cards is just phenomenal. So I think that there'll be some lovely surprises for us. Okay, so let's separate them out. So this kit, just as a reminder, or if you're new to Stampin' Up! Or Paper Pumpkin, every time you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, I shouldn't say every time, when you first subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, the first kit will come with a block. And if it doesn't, you need to let me know and I'll make sure I'll get you one. But this is the typical block that they provide. So Stampin' Up! Provides or sells blocks, and they are thicker. So you can see the difference here. This is a D block size. So you can see it's much thicker, a little easier on the hands. And this, you know, you tend to get a little ink on your fingers and thumbs. I still get inks even with the bigger ones, but anyway. Okay, so they've given us some embellishments, which are little adhesive back sequins, and it looks like they're just like a iridescent white. So really pretty. Bring these up to you a little bit closer so you can kind of take a look. And then we've got dimensionals, and then we've got glue dots. And these are the biggest glue dots I've ever seen. So that's nice. And then, of course, we have the 2 stamp sets that I sent you, or that I showed you. And look at these cards. So for those of you that like to extend your Paper Pumpkin, you can cut this in half and make 2 beautiful cards. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love a field of daisies. I get so happy about this. Anyway, so there's 3 of these. And then all of the envelopes are the same, and looks like they just have a really pretty cloud design, and they've got this fun little curved envelope. So that's really sweet. Put these over to the side. And then look at this. This is the card that you fold in half. I'm not going to fold it just yet because I think that it's just so beautiful. You know, when somebody gets a card, they don't always look at the back. They forget. And so I think a great way to do that is to make a fun fold, make another fold here, and then have it go this way. And so they kind of open it up and it becomes a Z card. So there's this one. And then there is this one. Isn't that beautiful? And for my scrapbook, I'm actually going to be pretending like these are all one doc or all one picture. And you'll see here in a minute. And I'm so excited about that because that's perfect for my scrapbook page because these tie together really well. Okay, so there's these 3 cards. Here's your sentiments. One more of these. And then they provide these laser cut wooden elements, which that's really cool. I've never had that. So they just pop out real easily. I think if you go crazy, they might break, but, and then this little leaf, if you notice, it matches the leaf in the the dies, the add-on dies. So it looks like there's two different kinds of leaves. One that's got more to them. So it's this leaf that's just a bigger version of this right here. It's really beautiful. Okay, so our sentiments go on these, which are really beautiful. And you can see the gold foil. And then these are more of the sentiments. So they always give us extra, and I shouldn't be taking these out because I like to leave them in place when I'm stamping. And then there's a really beautiful purple vellum. And so this looks like our gorgeous grape. Okay, so let's figure out which goes with which. Okay, so the long ones. Oh, wow, there's extras of these as well. One, two, three. Oh, no, there's not extra. So there's 3 and 3. So it goes with that one. And these bigger squares. This is the wrong one. Goes with that one. And then this leaf goes with the daisies. This leaf goes with the trees. And then these trees go with the meadow. Okay, I think we got it all sorted out now. Okay, so I'm going to bring my cutting board over so that I can give a... So we're going to put this one together first. And it's got the trees. So we're just going to use one of these. And again, because it's just so stunning to have all this panoramic view, I am going to score it here in the middle of this, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to turn it upside down because typically the card is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I need to go 2 1/8 over and then provide a score. And they've already got a score in the center. So then I'm just going to fold it like so. And then when somebody opens it up, it's just beautiful. I think that taking advantage of that panoramic view is just going to be stunning. Such a beautiful card. This is going to be fun. Okay, so then this one gets one of these, and it says, "Have a beautiful day." It has one of these, and it has one of these. So I think that if we cantilever it over like so, yeah, I think that's a great idea. So we can prop it up with dimensionals, and I think it'll be just fine. Okay, so I'm going to just use my garden green so I don't have to open this up in case I want to give it away as a gift to somebody. So I'm just using the garden green, same thing. And let's pull out, "Have a beautiful birthday." And then I'm just going to rub this with my hand, get whatever factory finish they have on this off. Okay, it looks like I've got plenty of ink. Perfect. Okay. Now, I guess we get glue dots for the back of the tree. This must be why they're so large, is because this is so heavy. And how do I want this to go? I think like that. So I'm going to have to remember that I can't do the glue dots across the whole thing. So I'll just add more to one half of it. These go over the edge, so I'm just tucking them in. And then I'm going to take each one of the little backings off. And then they put this down a little on the low side. I'm going to pull it over as far as I can. Okay, and then this gets, oh, I should have put this underneath. Okay. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. So I'll just lift a little bit of the tree. Slide this under like so. When it's centered. And then I'm going to put dimensionals here and here. So this will be, actually, I should put another dimensional here, even though, because it's still going to work out just fine. So I've seen some of the paper pumpkin customers color these green and brown, but I think there's something really pretty about, maybe I should have moved my tree over a little bit more. It seems like so much of it's covered up. But you still have room for a message. And what do you think? That fun? And then we've got this lovely envelope for it to go in. And I think that we should use one of the daisies. Let's use the daisy that's in the regular kit. Just to put something pretty on the outside of the card. Very cute. Isn't that an adorable little daisy? That's going to be fun to use. Okay. So we have this one all over. And so this is most likely, when you mail it with the wood in it, it's going to take extra postage. So, all right, so we'll leave this here. And then this one is the next one. And I'm going to do the same thing because I think it's such a great idea to just make this into a panoramic Z-fold. So 2 1/8 is where I store it. And then you just open it up and it's just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. But like I said, you can also cut these in half and use both sides for a card. It's just so pretty. Okay, so this one is these little ovals, and this one is supposed to have heartfelt thanks. So I wanted to bring something to your attention. I don't want to alarm you, but if you are a crafter and you like these little, this is an A and an I, no G, and this is an I blocks, which I was just using this because of the Sweetly Scripted on Monday. It's so long, it needs to be on a stamp or a block like that. And then I love this for little sentiments, and I'm constantly using it. And of course, this little A, I use it all the time for anything little. So I think it's really important that you guys order them because they're retiring, which makes me really sad. So I'm going to order a couple of extras, but you might want to do the same. Get them before they're gone. They're great blocks. Okay. Okay, so they have this over here covering up the tree. And I'll do this. I'll make sure I put the vellum on first. So I can still do kind of the same thing, but rather than having the leaf go this way, I can have it go this way. And then our little heartfelt things can be over to the side. So I think that works. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot on the last one is the embellishments. Looks like we have 2 different sizes. These are so beautiful. There we go. It's a great card. Okay. So let's get the dimensionals out again for the blue dots. I think this one needs to be over just a little bit. So it's still going to go over towards the left, and I'm just going to kind of make sure it has the same boundary on both sides. And then the leaf is going to go like so. Letting it kind of hang over. And then this. So dimensionals. I'm placing it here because I don't want it to get in the way of my leaves. And I think one more right here. This may need to go up just a smidge. Oops, it's not going to work. Here we go. pretty. So you still have plenty of room for your sentiment. And look at that. You just, I mean, your little message, you can just do your greeting in there or turn it over and write it on the back. But I love a Z-fold card when there is this much beautiful cardstock. Oh my goodness. It's so gorgeous. Okay. Second card. Okay, so now we're going to do the last one. So what do you think? Should I do this one as well, the same way? I could, because it's got all this gorgeous, so pretty. I think I'm going to do all of them Z-folds because it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this is 5.5 here. And so I'm going to 2 3/4 is where I'm going to score it. Perfect. So that number again is 2 3/4. In case you're watching this on YouTube, you can always pause it and rewind it a little bit if you need to. Okay, so this one is kind of more on this side, but we can still just kind of, and then it's, you've been on my mind. It's a beautiful sentiment. This is why I like the little stamp set, or the little I block or G block, because it's great for these little sentiments that are small and narrow. Looks like I got it a little bit crooked. Good thing they give you 4. Wonder how I did that. There we go. That's better. Okay. Let's start with this. And they put it up above. Okay, so that works. And then the leaf. So the wood is a little soft, so you're going to want to be careful about how you treat it. So you want to make sure that you're being gentle. And then I think we'll just straddle. Sure, we're about the same height. Then I think I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle just to kind of help make sure everything stays in place. But you can see how easy these kits are. And some embellishments. So beautiful. And isn't that a beautiful surprise for whoever is getting it? Uh-oh, looks like I have a glue dot where it gets in the way. There we go. There we go. Just gorgeous. I mean, granted, there's not much, all this color, so it's hard to put a message, but you can always put it on the back. But that's so beautiful. I mean, it'll just sit on their mantle just perfectly. Just so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So excited about this. Okay, now we're going to get to the fun part. The really, really fun part. As much as I love doing these cards, the scrapbook I'm really excited about. Or this scrap layout. Okay, so I am starting with some Night of Navy cardstock, and I did a little prep work last night and cut out a bunch of the pieces from the bundle. So this is what it looks like. So my 2-page spread is going to look like this. And I'll just put one together so that you're not overwhelmed sitting here watching me put it together, because it can take a while. And we've already been 30 minutes. So I think it's going to be something like this. And then this beautiful card is going to go over here, and you can see how it just feels like it's a continuation of the same thing. And then I'm taking this and I'm going to cut it in half. And this will go think like this. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I'm using from the Garden Meadow stamp set and dies. So they have what looks a little strange, but it's actually grass and shrubs. So I cut out 2 sets of those, and I mounted them to a piece of cardstock. And so I'm going to tuck these under so that they just kind of ground the spread. And then, so that's, let me see if you can see that. Make sure that, there you go. So let me get this out of the way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I have these great pictures of my husband and I from a number of years ago. We went to the ACM Awards in Vegas. We were actually there for bowling, but it was a really fun outing. So I think I'm just going to kind of overlap it like so. I'm using white cardstock as a base. And then on this one, I'm using just a layer of lovely lavender. And I have another picture of us. I hate getting rid of any of the beautiful skies and trees, but so I suppose I could move it up a little bit. It's just so beautiful. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. And then I have all these little fun things that I have cut out. And this is the third one. So I used fresh freesia, lovely lavender, and then this is, and this of course, is Gorgeous Grape. And I used the alternate dies again, the word love, and for some reason I can't find it right now. But I put adhesive paper on the back, and like I did with that Easter one, And then I'm just going to show you real quick how I fussy cut this out. So I let the paper do the work. And so I just move the paper and pretty much my scissor hand stays the same. And I just follow, I want to say loosely follow the, and if you let your hand move the paper around, I think you'll find that it rounds all the curves and you don't have to really think about it too hard. And I don't worry about it being exact because it's not supposed to be an exact art. That turned out a little chunky. I like things rounded. But you can see all these colors just really blend in with the background papers and the daisies down below. So pretty. Okay, and then I cut out a bunch of daisies. And what I did is it's the Cheerful Daisy dies. And I use this little trio. It has 3 daisies and a leaf. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double them up. So this one's upside down actually, so that they have a little more leaf too. And I'm going to use a glue dot and then dimensionals underneath. But I can use it to cover up the people that are kind of intruding into our picture. Same thing, this one, I did this one right side up. Whoops, this one's down, upside down. There we go. I just like being able to, but I copied what really they did in the artwork on this card because they had a little bit of, so I used the Lemon Lolly Dark and I used the Daffodil Delight Dark, and it just kind of gave it a little brightness at the top. And then, so I used the Lemon Lolly first, then I colored a bunch of it with the Daffodil Delight, and then I used the Pecan Pie Light, and then I used the Pecan Pie Dark at the base. And it just made the daisy pop out and look 3D. So I have more from that trio. And so it's so cute. My goodness. I love these little daisies. Another person we need to cover up. So people are seeing us. And then this is another stamp that I stamped in Memento Black and then used the blender pens. And so it's just so cute. I love it. Actually, I forgot to put this in. Okay, so this is the little fence. And what it is I cut out a bunch of them and then I added a little strip, like an 1/8 of an inch strip of the crumb cake cardstock behind it. And I'm just going to put this down at the bottom. Isn't that cute? And then I did another one. Same thing. I added 1/8 of an inch behind. And then I'll cut off what isn't needed at both ends. And then this is another from the cute little stamp set. Isn't that adorable? And I think I used Blueberry Bushel for this one because I just thought it was so cute. So I think that I love gardening, so why not, you know, and this is all about the meadows, all the flower meadows. It's so cute. And then I made a bunch of these. So there's two little flowers. So there's this one, and then there's this one. So I made this one look like lavender and just kind of following the same floral colors. Just kind of alternating all these cute little flowers. And then I have one more daisy that I did, actually. But I found that I didn't like it. So let me just show you real quick. Let me push these out of the way. And let me show you how I did the daisy. Okay, so I used the brush end because I don't like the look of this. It just kind of got too big. So I'm using the dark lemon lolly. And then I'm going to come in with the dark Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to use the light Pecan Pie. And I'll use my pen for this because I think that's why it got so big. And then I'll use the dark. And I don't know why that just makes it pop, but it does. So I can cover up the one I don't like. So cute. Okay, and then I die cut out some of these greens right here. So I've got a little bit of this. And then I went ahead and colored the leaves that came from the set because there's one leaf that's part of this trio. You can see the little leaf here. So I went ahead and colored two of them, Granny Apple Green Light and Granny Apple Green Dark. So just place these wherever I want, kind of random. And then I have this little sprig. And then I cut some extras of the coordinating dies. So if I could find them, I'm not seeing them off the top of my head. So I've got another little greenery that I can add. Okay, so this is just generally how it's going to go. There's one more flower I just wanted to show you. So I used Mossy Meadow for the base, and then I used the Fresh Freesia Light, and then I came back with the Light Orchid Oasis and just kind of put some spots in there so that kind of looks like lavender. And then I came back with the dark just down here at the base. And then it just die cuts really easily. So I'm just going to line this up like so. And then I'm using some it's a Post-it note tearing. So you can take the tape out a little bit at a time. I'm using one of my little die cut machines. And here we go. So one last one. So that's all we needed, was just enough to stagger it. So cute. I mean, I may just put a couple up here, and maybe I should cluster them instead. I think that would maybe look better. I think I like that better. So the other thing I was thinking about doing, I'm not sure yet though, is I have these really cute mini alphabet dies, and I want to say love, love, love you, and I'll put you down here or something. And so I was thinking of using one of the envelopes, taking it apart. I think I've shown you how I've done this in the past. Because there's nothing down here, it doesn't really matter if I tear this portion. If there's something down here, then I'll be a little more careful. But I think I'm going to die cut out the word you from the inside of this envelope. And then I've got some coordinating, and I think it'll be really pretty with a little you, or I can maybe do my husband. Oops, got a little something in the middle. But anyway, really fun. And I'll put this together and I'll post it on my Facebook page. I'll also post it on my blog, and I'll send that out. So this one I'm super excited about. I haven't done a scrapbook with my handsome husband and I in a long time. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this later or on YouTube, please like and subscribe, share it with a friend. And I'd love to see you again. So I'll do my Marvelous Monday, and I'll be using that beautiful Meandering Meadows Suite Collection. And we'll start making some beautiful cards with that. And then that will actually be my class for April. So keep a lookout for it, and I'll share a link to the class as well. All right. Have a great weekend. Great day, the rest of your day as well. And we'll talk soon.